like your WAMP server, your XAMPP server, LAMP server, or MAMP server, any of them that you have, then you might just skip this video. So this video is just about installation of WAMP server. So go to wampserver.com, click on English. If you understand this language, then you can go with it. Then click on download. It takes you down to this point. So you download the type for your PC. I'm using a Windows system. WAMP server works only on Windows. You understand? If you're Mac, you download Mac MAMP server. If you're on Linux, you download LAMP server. And then if you can also use XAMPP server for Windows and Linux at the same time. So mine is 64-bit, so I'll download this, install it. After installation, nothing changes. You will not even see anything on your screen. So to start it, you have to click here and type WAMP or XAMPP as the case may be, and click it once. And then there's this warning, and then say yes. After that, nothing else happens. It just starts running. So for you to know that it's running, you have to check this icon here. And as long as it's green, it will start from red, go to yellow, then green. Once it's green, that means it's running well. You understand? Some of you might have errors running it. If you see any error, it's telling you that there is a missing DLL. Just copy that DLL name, go to Google, search for it, find it, and search how to install it in your Windows PC. Alright, outside that, you're good to go. So once your WAMP server is installed, you can only run a PHP project inside a specific directory. So click on the WAMP server, click on this www directory, and then it opens this directory. In case you want to access it directly, it is inside your C WAMP64 www. That's where it is. So this is where you will create the project. So for me here, I'll right click and click on git bash. Since I have git bash installed, you don't need git bash, you just need command window. So hold the shift key on your keyboard. Once you hold the shift key, right click on an empty space, and then it will bring up this option of using a command prompt. So you can see open PowerShell window here, or open a command prompt window here. Whatever you see, that's okay. So another way to access this folder is to copy. I'm just giving you different ways that might work for different people. Just come here and search for your CMD. So you see your command prompt, you can use it. I have different command prompts. I prefer to use Node.js command prompt, but this one works perfectly. So you click on it, it opens. So you do a CD. Remember that I copied this. I clicked on this and copied this path. So come here, CD, you right click. So with a right click, it will paste what you have. You click enter. CD means change directly. As you can see, we're now in this directory, and then I can install Laravel. Alright, so now to install Laravel, we have to get to Laravel's website. So visit Laravel.com. Visit Laravel.com, click on documentation. It will bring you to this page. So this documentation is asking you to confirm that you have this set up in your server, that your PHP is above 7.13. So let me just scroll up so you see the version of Laravel I'm using. This is the latest version of Laravel as at the time of this tutorial. If you're working on any previous version of future version, as long as it's within 5 points anything, it will work. This tutorial will work exactly for you. So here we are. Just to confirm, you click on this, click on your WAMP server, and then you start cross-checking. So we're looking for our PHP. We'll click on PHP, click on version. As you can see, we are on version 7.19, and they're asking for minimum of 7.13. So we're good. They are asking for OpenSSL PHP extension. So we'll come to PHP extensions and just be sure that there is OpenSSL. The thing is that by default, all these things should be enabled. You shouldn't have an issue. I'm just showing you how to cross-check in case you have an error. Look at this one saying MB string must be enabled. Look at MB string. Look at this PHP underscore MB string is enabled. You see? So anyone they say tokenizer, you look for it, PHP underscore tokenizer, you scroll down till you see it. So that is how it is. You don't really have to go through this because everything is enabled by default. All right. So, but if you have any error setting up your Laravel, then of course you should cross-check that all the extensions are set up. All right. So now everything is set up. We are going to go straight to installing Laravel. We have to install Composer. So look at this link. Click on this link. Oops. Yeah. Click on the link. and then click on download. If you're using Windows, installing Composer is just as smooth as just downloading this. You download this, install it, and you're good to go. You understand? Once you install it, you need to restart your command prompt. So close this after installing Composer, close this, and then restart it again. You understand? So that your Composer will work. I already have Composer installed, so I'm going to go back to the Laravel installation page and install Laravel. So to install Laravel, there are different ways. There's this first way, which I don't use, and if you're Mac OS, there's this way. I don't use any of these. There's this other way. I don't use it. This is the part I use. This is the way I use. So you just copy this, and then copy. Go to this window. Just right click so that it will paste. Once you right click, oops. It's like my screen is hanging. That means I didn't copy it. So you copy, right click. Good. So this last name is the name after installing Laravel. This is the name, the folder Laravel will be saved in. So for me, I want to call it our QR code Laravel. I should call it Laravel QR code. Laravel QR code admin. Since we're going to build different projects, I want to call this Laravel QR code admin, then hit enter. So I'll pause this video here. In the next video, this installation must have completed. Make sure that you have your internet on. If your internet is not on, this step will not work. Make sure you have your internet on, and then the speed of this process depends on the speed of your internet connection. So it may last within 2